What is up, everybody? Kevin Zano here from the Wrestling Voice, back with another video where today I'm going to break down and talk about why I believe WrestleMania 41 and the build-up, why it's been very lackluster. So let's talk about it. So before we get in and talk about the matches and the build-up to the matches that have been announced so far, let's talk about why overall it's been lackluster. I think the number one thing first is that WrestleMania 41 is different in the way that it's on Easter weekend, right? We're used to it being in April. So in reality, heck, it is March 27th, the day that I'm recording. We still got like 3 weeks before WrestleMania, right? We still got this week in Europe, and then they come back to the States. But it's been lackluster, I think. I'm gonna say, especially right when we talk about Cody Rhodes and John Cena. So let's just jump into it, right? Let's talk about the Cody Rhodes and John Cena buildup and why that buildup is different, right? We had Cody Rhodes chasing to finish his story for 2 years, since WrestleMania 39, right? When he won the Rumble, and we had basically the 2 year, in a way, it was like a year and a half buildup of the Bloodline when he got involved with the Bloodline. And that, believe it or not, some people don't want to admit it, but it's one of the best stories and one of the best long-term booking that the WWE has done in a very, very long time, right? You have Cody go back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, and then you get The Rock involved, but then everything goes south, and The Rock basically is taking over, saying, hey, you won the Rumble, but I want my cousin, I want Roman at WrestleMania. And then you get everything that happened at the press conference last year, and the slap, and all that stuff, then it leads into, we get The Rock beating up on Cody. We have The Rock showing up unexpectedly. Now, some people will be like, oh, but then you got to blame The Rock for that. Blame him for what? You can't. Right now, the lackluster that WrestleMania 41 and that build has been, you have to blame creative. You got to blame Triple H, unfortunately. Say what you want to say. You got to blame Triple H, right? We get Cena and Cody, and what has it really been? You get the first heel promo of John Cena, which is probably the heel promo that he wanted to cut years ago, blaming the fans, saying, I did everything to please you guys for 25 years, and it's still not enough, right? He turns and blames the fans. And then this past week, he comes back and says, I want to be the last real champion. I want to ruin wrestling. You guys hated me when I brought the toy spinner belt. You guys kept hating me, and now I'm going to walk away as the champion, saying I'm going to win, and then I'm going to retire. But he hasn't done anything really against Cody. He hasn't shared and exchanged words against Cody Rhodes. Cody keeps calling him out, but nothing is really happening. They meet face to face, and Cena walks out. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because they're protecting Cody Rhodes. Bro, I think they're letting Cena do what he wants to do to finish up this year. But as of right now, Monday is the last Raw that he is scheduled on before WrestleMania. And there's a lot that still needs to be covered. I did a whole video talking about that this other day. You guys can check that out. But the main thing is this. We don't know why he joined The Rock, and it feels like it's John Cena versus the WWE fans and not John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Hasn't really acknowledged Cody Rhodes, who's about to come on a year as champion. Now, we expect that to be answered, but bro, we need more than just, hey, this is why I joined The Rock and that's it. I'll see you, Cody, at Mania. No, we want to see John Cena beat Cody to a bleeding pulp like The Rock did last year. We want to see Cena and Rock go against Cody Rhodes and Cody try to defend himself against both of them. But we haven't gotten that, and honestly, I don't know if we're gonna get that. I have the high hopes that Paul Levesque and The Rock and John Cena can figure this out. But overall, WrestleMania, even this match, what is going to be main event of night 2, has been lackluster. We talk about, my biggest thing is, should Cena even walk out as a heel champion? Would it be awesome? Yes. But we need, for these next couple of weeks, we need to fill out Monday Night Raw. I mean, we need to fill out the story. Another thing, they're doing this on Monday Night Raw, okay? Why? Because if you want to then go into Gunther and Jey Uso, it's been overshadowed by this. You want the World Heavyweight Championship to feel as important as the undisputed WWE Championship? Well, how about you have that be on SmackDown and you let Gunther and Jey try to tell their story on Raw, right? Because it didn't help last year, or when they introduced the World Heavyweight Championship. What did Roman say? Oh, that's the belt. No one cares about that belt. I'm the one that's holding the real belts here, right? Saying that those are phony belts. It was a phony, whatever it is that he said. Well, Triple H and the WWE isn't doing that belt any favors by having Cena and Cody be on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown has not been that good of a show. It really hasn't. And it would have been a better show if you were to put this on there. If you were to put Cena and Cody on SmackDown, it would help that show get better. Especially with, it's a 3-hour show. Raw is between 2 to 2.5. That's a perfect slate. That's a perfect time slot for them. And that's what SmackDown should be, 2 hours. You want to make it 3? Why? I don't understand why the Cody and Cena build-up isn't on Friday Night SmackDown. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. But then, like I said, the ones who are suffering, another match that has been lackluster, is Jey Uso and Gunther. It looks like it's finally going to pick up some kind of steam with Jimmy Uso versus Gunther on Monday, but it hasn't done anything. Jey wins, and then when he finally chooses Gunther, Gunther says, oh, I'm going to put you through 10 weeks of hell. What have you done? They've gotten the Alpha Academy involved. That's scratched off. You get 8-Town Down Under, and it looks like they're moving on from that to now Jimmy Uso. And I made a video talking about it. I think, and I'm going to predict, Gunther should beat the crap out of Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso and just keep doing that leading up to Mania. If you can get Rikishi involved when they're back in the United States, that'd be cool too. And then you add the whole bloodline before Jey Uso comes out at WrestleMania and just make it a bigger moment. But that has suffered and it's been lackluster. Another one, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. What happened to Tiffany? She got cooked this past Friday. And you're watching this on Friday morning, but she got cooked last week on that interview, sit-down interview they did by Charlotte Flair. I don't understand. She just sounded like she was reading a script and reading lines. And apparently, I don't know if Charlotte went off script or whatever the case is. But what's the story there? There's nothing that makes you want to grasp on who is going to walk out as champion. I think, unfortunately, it's going to be Charlotte. I'm not a big fan of... Look, Charlotte is a great in-ring performer. That is no question. But she really hasn't done any good stories. Her best match, one of her best matches of her career, you could say, are both matches against Rhea Ripley. But there was really no story there. So when I look at that match, bro, these buildups have not been good. You then go to Io Sky. It's either going to be Io Sky or Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. But by the looks of it, it's going to turn into a triple threat. You'll get Io versus Rhea versus Bianca. What's the story there? Bianca wins the Chamber, but Io is the champion. And if you look at it right now, there's a bigger story between Rhea and Bianca that Io's just there and they're pushing her around. And it's cool. She said, "Yo, I'll take on both of them. I don't care." And then Adam Pearce says, "No, we're going to have, you're going to defend and put the rematch, you against Rhea. Winner takes on Bianca Belair. Oh, but Bianca, you're going to be the special guest referee." Some, nonsense is going to go down and they'll turn this into a triple threat. But they've been dragging this forever. I honestly think Io should be walking out of Mania as the champion, but could Bianca win? I wouldn't be mad about it if you have Bianca win, but you have Bianca win and she's been getting booed the last couple times. Why not just embrace it and go full heel? I think Bianca Belair as a heel would be awesome. When you look at the roster of the women's division, who are, Liv Morgan was a really good heel. Say what you want to say, she was a really good heel. Other than that, what do you really have? Charlotte Flair is a heel? Yeah, but there's nothing really there. The feud that, or this match that she's about to have with Tiffany Stratton, there's nothing what is going to propel Tiffany? If she wins, that'll be huge for Tiffany Stratton, but I think even Tiffany needs a character reset. I'm not lying there. So when it comes down to this is, what are they going to do with the women's? I think they can, that triple threat can main event 9-1. That's fine. But other than that, that has been another lackluster storyline. Because I think eventually we can get Rhea versus Bianca for the title. But you put Io there. I think Io, it would make a bigger benefit for Io Sky to win that triple threat. It really would. Then let's talk about Randy and Kevin Owens. This is going to be a good match. But what's the story? Yeah, we know the story is that he's injured him. And look, out of all of them, this has a really good story. Randy's trying to get revenge for what happened to him. Probably what also happened to Sami Zayn. But out of this, you're going to tell me right now, this has the best story, and it's not even going to be a main event. It's going to be in the middle of the show, of either night 1 or night 2. So, Randy's going to walk out as champ. Not the champ. He's going to walk out. He has to walk out as the winner. I think I saw something the other day. He hasn't won since WrestleMania 37 was the last time he won at WrestleMania. And especially with the possible tease of John Cena versus Randy Orton at WWE Backlash, what is set to be in St. Louis, Missouri. That would be great to see a heel Cena versus babyface Randy Orton. So, and then let's talk about the other triple threat between Roman, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. They had a brawl on Friday that was just wild. You should have just had these guys come out and just grab the microphone and go at each other verbally on the mic. You did not need a microphone. But this one is an interesting story, but CM Punk should not be in this match. He shouldn't, right? Because on Monday he talked about saying that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are in the way of what he wants. Well, what does that mean? There's no stipulation, and that's what a lot of people are saying. Is should they make it, hey, winner of this match turns into the number 1 contender for whatever title they want on their respective brand? It's possible. But what does it mean for CM Punk is trying to save this, but you didn't have Roman or Seth on Monday Night Raw when they're all in Europe. But actually, I think Seth flew back to the States and was on Good Morning Football for 2 days. But dude, I honestly think this match should have been Roman and Seth. If you weren't going to do Roman and Rock, then you had to do Roman and Seth, because that story can be told by both of them, because it's been going on for years. The hatred between them has been going on for years from when Seth turned his back on Roman. And then you get CM Punk involved, and it's more like, bro, I wish we would have been getting CM Punk versus Rock, or CM Punk versus Drew. Someone that he can go on the mic and do something. And I'm not saying that he can't go toe-to-toe with Seth and Roman, but they're just like, why is CM Punk in the story? Right? He's kind of teased the favor that that Paul Heyman owes him, but Roman, right, on Friday said, "Oh, CM Punk threw me out of the Rumble." Okay, but your beef is with Seth Rollins, because CM Punk was just with you at War Games when it was Bloodline, when it was OG Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0. He was just with you, right? And then you had CM Punk say, "Oh, thank you for serving me Roman Reigns on a silver platter." And Roman looked at him like, "What?" Like, just confused. Can we eventually get a CM Punk versus Roman program that is all around Paul Heyman? Yes. But this match at WrestleMania feels like it's, big star, big star, big star, triple threat. Go at it. And they're going to go out and they're going to put on a banger of a match. They will. Could it main event night one? It could, right? But then CM Punk finishes that story of main eventing WrestleMania. But me, I would rather have CM Punk main event WrestleMania, but also challenging for a championship. So I think you wait and you don't pull the trigger on that being main event of night one. I think you give it to the women. I think you do, because then it makes CM Punk be more angry at the WWE or at whoever he's angry at, saying, "I need a main event WrestleMania. I need a main event for a championship. I need to do all this stuff." And then it puts that pressure on him. Could we see him possibly winning Money in the Bank? That would be awesome. Or does he keep going and fighting until he wins the Rumble next year? That's another possibility. But when you look at WrestleMania as a whole, it has been lackluster. And it's not, would it be awesome to get Cody, Cena, and Rock on one of the shows? Yes, it would. But that's up to creative. I don't know why The Rock isn't there. Well, the UFL is about to start, and he's announced that he's going to be at that. So I don't think we'll see The Rock until we are back in the States. But we want to see Rock, Cody, and Cena all in the ring together. We want Gunther and Jey Uso to get a better story, and we're hoping that develops this upcoming Monday as we get Jimmy and Gunther. And then Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, honestly, I don't have an idea on how they can make that match. I think they're just going to go out there and have a really good in-ring performance. But story-wise, I mean, what is there really to do? I have no idea. Io, Bianca, and Rhea, I think you make it a triple threat and you have Io retain. And then if you have her retain, then Bianca and Rhea can then self-reflect and say, well, our beef got in the way of either one of us being champion. And that makes Io look stronger. That's where I would go. And Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens is going to be great. Let these guys keep going at it and cook each other. Maybe have a pre-recorded interview and let them go down history. Let them go down memory lane and talk about their history against each other and why they're going to have this match. And keep teasing that Randy Orton wants to punt Kevin Owens in the head. And then you get Roman, Seth, and Punk, and you're just looking at this like I'm still looking at this like it should be Roman versus Seth, and Punk should be doing something else. Now, they've also talked about teasing, could it be in the contract that the winner gets thrown into the match between Cody and Cena? Yes, that would be cool, but that's not what we want. We want to see babyface Punk versus heel Cena. That's what people want to see. Not throw him in there and make it a triple threat. That's just my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel. So that's why I feel like Mania has been lackluster. We can't blame The Rock because he went crazy last year and all this stuff. No, we gotta blame creative. We gotta blame Triple H. And I still have hope and belief that Triple H can turn it around in these next couple of weeks leading up into WrestleMania. I really hope, Triple H, that you can prove us wrong. I really hope. I have faith in you, bro, and I hope that you can pull this together and make this, because on paper it's looking like a strong WrestleMania, but the build-up, it's been lackluster. It's been weak. So we'll see what other matches get confirmed. And so thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down, let me know what you have thought of the WrestleMania build so far, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.